Eagles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. To throw is Brissett. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's Mack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run the draw play with Mack. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Mack off the draw play. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Brissett from the gun on third. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The first down pass. The tackle made by brings up second down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the Mike Evans. He's going to go. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now Mack, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On 2nd and 10, Brissett, he's got it to Hilton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Again, it's Brissett. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is now 10 to 7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Winston now. And he fires one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A huge play that time for the Colts. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with Mack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the 1st down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the 1st down through hard work and effort anyway? 1st down.
Ready? White 25. 3, Mike. Man, that's trash.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Winston down, closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. 38 yards on the scamper there. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that will... T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check. 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 Okay.
Brissett sets to throw it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Ready. Black 25. Sonny. Easy.
The first down throw for Winston. He completes it to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Brissett now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Brissett now looking deep for Hilton. This is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Colts.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the stop was T.J. McDonald.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett caught left side by Hilton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now running right through it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Colts 31, Buccaneers 28.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On third down, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Jones. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. On first down, Jones trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his 9th touchdown of the season. And now they have taken a 4th-quarter lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Mike 45. Hey.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing, Brissett. Funchess has it complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again here with Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Brissett. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Blue lady. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. We own them. We own them.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for